ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुलं हैतगिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं सुकृतनचरणं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम्। मैं टेलीविजन हरे कृष्ण। So this is my great pleasure that at least I can visit I can give virtual visit to Nairobi temple. Many years before, I used to travel almost every year to get the sweet association of devotees there. Nice temple congregation, everything is very nice. And one good cause of my visit there was to Nairobi. There is no hassle of visa. I remember when I go, something like $50 I have to pay, then I just go inside the country. That is a good advantage. But in the meantime, for a long time, many years, I have not visited Nairobi. Finally, because of the arrangements done by Ramrup Prabhu, Umapati Prabhu's mercy, I have an opportunity now to give a virtual visit to ISKCON Nairobi and meet all the sweet congregation members of ISKCON Nairobi. So, today, because we are in the middle of the Jhulan Jatra, we will talk something on Jhulan pastimes. And there is very elaborate description in Anand Vrindavan Champu by Srila Kavikarnapur. Since last 4 or 5 days, I have been describing the same topic again and again in Oriya, in Bengali, in English, in Hindi. So I will not give the whole description now. I'll touch some part of this Jhulan festival. And as time permits, we can discuss one pastime of Radharani. Otherwise, tomorrow I think we have a session also. So the point is, Radharani's pastimes with Krishna is very puzzling. Prabhupada has written also. Both characters are very puzzling characters. Not to speak of less intelligent people like us, Jnanis, yogis, they get puzzled also. How to speak of materialistic people like us, transcendental rationalists, they get puzzled also. But what can be done? Mahaprabhu brought this concept, the unique concept of Raganuga Bhakti, Ragatmika Bhakti, the subject matter of rasa. These things are not so much known to the people in general, even if these subject matters are described in scriptures. But by Krishna Sadar Yogamaya has arranged in such a way, the Muni Rishis, they not understand it like that. So this is very hidden subject matter. It talks describe fully. Muni Rishis cannot describe. It is not some ordinary. It is very special. That's why Krishna personally had to come to spread the glories of Srimati Radharani. It has been written, Jadi Kauran Nahaita Tabeki Haita Kamane Haritam De Radhara Mahima Prema Rasasima Jagote Janatoki. If Gaurang Mahaprabhu would not come, how would I manage to survive in this body? Who would let the people know about the limit of Radharani's limitless prema, last border of prema of Radharani unto Krishna? This whole subject matter is very unique, but our acharyas, previous acharyas, have tried their best to make people understand this subject matter. We cannot just understand by simply hearing. We have to have mercy of Sadhu, Guru, Vaishnava, Krishna. Then we may get something. So the point is, in this world, there are two kinds of people. We are categorized in different ways: Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Indian, American, European, the rich, poor. So many kinds of differentiation are there, categorization are there. But if we nicely scrutinize, then we'll see that two classes of people on this. Believe in God, the faith on God, they accept existence of God. Atheistic people, they don't believe in God, they don't accept existence of God. They're atheistic or Gnostic people. The point is, to be Gnostic, atheistic is very easy. The process is very simple. There is no God, that's it. There is no discussion. There is no worry. There is no hurry. Nothing. That's it. There is no God. But people that are theistic, astic, that part is very complicated. Very, very complicated. Those people that accept existence of God in the form of supreme personality or supreme power. Some believe in supreme power. Some believe in supreme personality. So that is also those believers of God, very complicated. That subject matter is extremely complicated. So those theistic people, again, they're divided in two groups. Those that believe in God, they're a group, they believe God has form. He has form. They are known as Sakarvadi. Another group, they don't believe God has form. They say God is formless. They are Nirakarvadi, Nirbishesvadi. Nirbishes, Nirakarvadi. They don't believe God has form, God has quality. But Sakarvadi, they believe God has form. So there itself is a big dispute. Whether God has form or God has no form. And interestingly, the believers, the number of people who believe God has no form is much more greater than the number of people they believe that God has form. You see, Muslims, they don't believe God has form. Christians, they don't believe God has form. Pandit, even if in the scriptures there is a description of heaven, there's some person, there's some speaking, but somehow or other, they don't actually, they say God has no form. They're fed up with this form business. No Buddhist, of course, there's no question of form. So you'll see almost all of these groups, they don't accept God has form. Most interestingly, only Hindus, they have some concept of God has form. But if you really analyze and scrutinize and observe, among Hindus, must believe ultimately God has no form. Nirakar. Shankara philosophy, Nirakar, Nirvishes. So it is not Muslims only don't believe on form of God. There are many Hindus, and interestingly, the Hindus, they believe God has no form on the basis of Veda. Is another interesting part also. So there is Nirakarvadis. But their life is somehow or other okay. Just like atheistic, no God. That's it. No problem. Shanti. The Nirakarvadis, God has no form. Nirakar. There is no varieties. No varieties, no complexities. Simple. He has no form. Jyoti, formless. Simple. So they have their way. But then Sakarvadi, they accept God has form. They are also in different groups of Sakarvadis. In Hindus, the people that believe God has form, there are two groups in regards to God has form. One is Bhagavan aspect, another is Devata aspects. God has form, so Hindus believe all Devatas, they are God. Not so much distinction between Bhagavan and Devata. Not only that, among Hindus, people worship all Devata, Jaksha, Rakshasa, Bhuta, Preta. Not only that, among Hindus, there is a concept everybody is God. Now, so many new gods, so all kinds of things happening. So, see how things getting more and more complicated, more and more complicated. So, that means we have to understand the proper Shastric background to understand the subject matter of the exchange of loving relationship rasa that took place in Vrindavan, very difficult, very subtle to accept and to understand. The Devata and Bhagavan, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, many Devatas. We have had 30 koti Devatas. But how many Bhagavans are there? Anadi Ananta Rupam. Unlimited forms of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishta Nana Avatar Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swam Samabhavet Param Pumanjo Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Rama, Vamana, Narasingha, etc. Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Nana Avatar. Unlimited, Anadi Ananta Rupam. So now, after differentiating between the Devata and the Bhagavan, we have to appropriately understand the aspect of Bhagavan also. Rama Bhagavan, Vamana Bhagavan, Narasingha Bhagavan, Narayan Bhagavan. So among all these worshippers of Bhagavan, there are distinctly two groups. They are, one is follower of Narayana or Vishnu, another is follower of Krishna. Both group accepts each other. Vishnu Bhakta accepts Krishna, Krishna Bhakta also accepts Vishnu. But there is a very subtle difference, not subtle, very obvious difference in their understanding. And that obvious difference is who is greater. Vishnu Bhakta, this Vishnu is greater, because Krishna is incarnation of Vishnu. Actually, this concept is there all over India among all the Hindus. That Krishna is incarnation of Vishnu. It's very well spread, well known concept. But what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come up on the basis of the Vedic literatures as essence of all the teachings, that Krishna is not origin of Vishnu, rather Vishnu is origin, Vishnu is not origin of Krishna, rather Krishna is origin of Vishnu. So there is where there is difference. We Vaishnava followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Brahma Madhya, Gaudiya Sampradaya, we say Krishna is the top and he has expanded in unlimited forms. Of course, Anadi, since time immemorial, all are existing simultaneously. But Krishna has a unique position. Okay. In Bhagavan, Ananta Bhagavan, Krishna has a unique position. So what is that unique position? That Rama, Vamana, Narasingha, they're all Bhagavan. So what is unique nature of Krishna? That is, he is Swayam Bhagavan. Swayam Bhagavan cannot be many, Ananta. Swayam Bhagavan is one. Ekamaeva aditya. Ekavai ditya nasti. There is no second, only one. So Rama, Vamana, Narasingha, all Bhagavan. But Krishna's unique position is he is Swayam Bhagavan. So this is the proper understanding. So one has to analyze all the subject matters to know the topmost thing in the absolute platform. It's the topmost understanding about the absolute truth. Ete chansa kalapunsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So Krishna being Swayam Bhagavan, he has a unique position, as all of you must have heard. From scriptures we have seen Brahma has 50 qualities, and those out of those qualities, all the living entities, each of the living entities have in Bindu, very small fraction of those qualities manifests within the living entities. Out of that 50 qualities Brahma has. Then Lord Shiva, he has 55 qualities. More 5 qualities than Brahma. So he is very special. Lord Shiva is very special. Then Narayan has 60 qualities. More 5 qualities. Neither no living entity, no Brahma, no Shiva possess those extra 5 qualities. Only Bhagavat Tattvas, Rama, Vamana, Narasimha, the unlimited manifestations, forms of Bhagavat Swarup, they have 60 qualities. But uniquely, Krishna has extra 4 qualities that nowhere you can find. That is Rupa Madhurima, Lila Madhurima, Venu Madhurima, and Prema Madhuri. Lila Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, and Prema Madhuri. Very interesting. The unique position of Krishna is especially in his relationship with living entities. Bhagavan has eternal relationship with spirit souls, living entities. We all have a relationship with Vishnu, but our relationship with Vishnu, Narayana, is relationship with awe and reverence, respectful, gaurava buddhi, opulence, aishwarya jnana. So that is with Narayan. Narayan Krishna, same. There is no difference. Only difference is the mode of exchange of loving relationship. With Narayan, our exchange of loving relationship is Aishwarya Bhava, where devotees think Narayan is the great. I'm so small, I'm insignificant. So Narayan, oh God, please take care of me. Please protect me. I take your shelter. I am yours. This is called Tadyata Bhav, that I am yours. But Golok Vrindavan with Krishna, it is opposite. In Golok Vrindavan, in Vrindavan, mood is different. The different interesting part of different is they don't understand or they don't accept Krishna as God. So there is no question of surrendering to Krishna. There is no question of asking Krishna, please protect me. Please take care of me. This is only within Braj. Outside Braj cannot take place. Therefore, is Krishna. I have to take care of you. I have to protect you. You are mine. In Vaikuntha, I am yours. Tadyata Bhav. Golok Vrindavan, that you are mine. Madhyata Bhav. So this philosophy, if somebody will understand, then he will understand the pastimes of Krishna, the mood of Brajasis towards Krishna, very exalted mood, very exalted relationship with the absolute truth, the relationship of the devotees of Krishna. Then now you understand Bhagavan, Swayan Bhagavan, Narayan, Krishna. Krishna devotees, the Madhyata Bhav, you are mine. They don't know Krishna is Bhagavan. So they have different kinds of relationship with Krishna. 5 rasas are there. In Vaikuntha, 2.5 rasa in relationship to Narayan. But Golok Vrindavan, the 5 rasas, Mukhya rasas, Shanta rasa, Dasya, Sakha, Vatshalya, and Madhur rasa. So Krishna is Leela Purushottama. Among all the forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is famous for Leela, Leela Madhuri, Leela Purushottama. इसलिए रामचंद्र is मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम, गौरांग महाप्रभु प्रेम पुरुषोत्तम. Same way Krishna is known as Leela Purushottama. He attracts everybody through his Leela. Akarshayati iti Krishna. That's why his name is Krishna. So we have to understand. Nowadays people are so bewildered. Not only people of other community, they take the pastimes of Krishna in very wrong way. Krishna's relationship with Brajavasi, specifically with Gopis and Radharani, very wrong way. Not with the people of other community, among the people of Hindu community also. Now Radha Krishna pastimes is taken completely out of context due to lack of proper understanding of these kinds of analysis of the knowledge. People don't understand, and they comment very wrong things, bad things about this. So thus, in this bhakti, they have Dasya bhakti, Sakha prem, Vatshalya prem, and Madhur prem. Where this is most important part. What to confuse people? How Bhagavan can be so informal? How Bhagavan can be so inferior? How Bhagavan can behave as a helpless person, as sometimes he behaved in Vrindavan? How can he steal butters? How can he dance with gopis? It's all bewildering, very bewildering. But it has been described by our acharyas. That is the highest level of Supreme Personality of Godhead, to deal with his devotee in a very informal way. And that is the purpose why Krishna comes, Swayam Bhagavan, only once in one day of Brahma. In one day of Brahma, there are 1,000 Chatur Yuga, 4,000 yugas. Out of 4,000 yugas, the Lord coming every millennium. But Krishna himself comes only once with a specific purpose. Not mainly for paritranaya sadhunang vinashata duskritang dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami juge juge, as he has declared in Gita. That is not the main purpose. So Krishna's main purpose is very specific purpose, very high level purpose. That is his own purpose. Paritranaya sadhunang vinashata, that is for us, our purpose. But he has his own purpose. That is Prema rasa nirjasa karite aswadana raga marga bhakti loke karite prachar. It's unique things. Raga marga bhakti, to spread in this earthly planet and to release the essence of prema. So that is what makes Krishna's pastimes so great. So all these things I am describing to understand the sweet, unalloyed relationship of those devotees. They are connected to Krishna in Madhura conjugal relationship or Madhur Ras. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came specifically, Krishna came specifically for giving us this Samarpaitum Unnata Ujjala Rasa Bhakti Sriyam. drink some water. Purnata Ujjala Rasa. It's very high level. Purnata. And very radiant. It's a special relationship that Brajavasis that had with especially Brajagopikas, special relationships they had with Krishna. So Krishna has many sweet pastimes in Braj, sweet pastimes with his friends, Sakhyarasa pastimes, with enjoy. Then his sweet pastimes with Nanda, Yashoda, parental, Vatsalya Ras, he enjoyed. Then Madhur Ras with Brajagopika. So Bhagavad describes many different sweet pastimes, but not much pastimes of Radharani with Krishna, except main pastimes Jaya Jaya Jolarasa Sarvarasa Sar Parakya Bhave Jaha Prajarita Prachar. That Ras Leela pastimes have been described. The same way there are many other sweet pastimes which are not mentioned in Bhagavatam, but some are revealed in other Puranas, like Brahma Vivarta Purana, different Puranas, and especially the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, those there in Krishna Lila, Lalita, Visakha, Rupamanjari, etc. They are well acquainted about these confidential pastimes of Krishna in Braj, with Brajagopikas. So they revealed when they came in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one of such pastimes with Radharani and Gopis is the Jhulan Jatra, the swing festival. It's so interesting when I contemplate on this. 5,000 years ago, in the jungle of Vrindavan, the forest of Vrindavan, somewhere these pastimes took place. Who knew that time that one day will come that these pastimes will be heard by the people all over the planet? Not only they will hear this pastime, they will celebrate these pastimes. America, German, Japan, China, Rus, even in Africa also, people will celebrate this swing festival. All over the world, millions of people, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada, they have got this opportunity to celebrate Jhulan Jatra, enjoying so much, hearing and celebrating. And that is the purpose. Anugrahaya bhaktanang manusam dhyamaskita bhajate tadesha krida dasutta tatparabhavet. The Krishna came to reveal all these pastimes. So by celebrating these pastimes and by hearing these pastimes, people's heart will be cleansed and they will be attracted towards Krishna. So as Raslila took place in many places in Vrindavan, same way Jhulan Jatra also took place many places in Vrindavan. Sometimes in Vrindavan, sometimes in Nandagam. And if you read Sri Ananda Vrindavan Champu, Srila Kavikarnapur has described very nicely about this arena of Jhulan Jatra, then how different demigods they have come there to see this special show that Krishna will perform on Jhulan Jatra arena. Then how all the gopis will come. The Jhulan Mandap very nicely described, very executive way very opulently, nicely, and finally Krishna will approach Jhulan arena, and everybody, all the gopis, then all the devas, devis, gandharva, kinnaras, birds, peacocks, deers, everybody waiting eagerly to see Radha Madhava. Then Krishna, he enters into the arena, placing his left hand on the neck of Radharani, and left hand is holding his flute. Right hand is moving one lotus flower in right hand. And very nicely dressed, has peacock feather on his head, and is wearing nice earrings out of flowers, utpala, and all the bees, brahmaras, are moving, making windy. That is moving nicely. And Krishna step by step moving forward, approaching the Jhulan Mandap. And that is wearing the nice ankle belt out of mukta and money. And that's getting very nice sound. And Krishna is chewing pans. Lalita has put one pan into his mouth and is walking in a very intoxicated way. So when Krishna approached Jhulan Mandap, all the birds made a huge sound. Jai, Jai, Jai. The trees, they manifested bakul, nice flowers. And in ecstasy, they are shedding tears in the form of honey dripping from the flowers. The peacocks, they saw Radha and Krishna, they thought the cloud with lightning. The cloud has appeared in the sky, Ajit. Then they started to make sound, pew, pew, pew. Who is coming? Who is coming? Kere, kere. Who is coming? So in this way, then Radharani, along with Madhav, they climb the swing, very nicely decorated swing, that description also there. Radharani sits on the left side of Krishna, and 4 directions for Dutheswari's swing are there also. Then they start swing festivals. Also to make it more enjoyable, they throw colors on each other. All the demigods, Gandharva, Kinnara, they're watching from the sky. So this is nice. That's the nice description of Jhulan Jatra in Vrindavan. So I'll describe now one Jhulan festival in Nandagaon. I heard this last time from one saintly personality in Barsana. So just like Ras Leela takes place in different parts of Braja, same way Jhulan also in different time takes place in different parts of Braj. So now this is the description of a very humorous Jhulan pastimes in Nandagaon. This pastime is there. I have described, mentioned in that book Radharani that I have published. It is there also. So the point is, it has been described there that once Narada Muni visiting Krishna, for the pleasure of Krishna, he started to chant something nicely, some sangit, playing on his veena. very melodiously. And Krishna is very pleased to hear this presentation of Sangeet by Narad Muni. So Krishna asked Narad Muni that I am very happy. If you want any boon, you have any special desire to be fulfilled, I'll fulfill your desire, please. Tell me what you want. Narad Muni said, no, I don't have any desire now. If you want to give any boon, then you keep it with you. When proper time comes, that time I'll ask you the boon that I want. I'll ask for it. Then Krishna said, okay, no problem. You ask me whenever you need. Then Narad Muni, as he visits Krishna, same way he regularly visits Srimati Radharani also in Barsana. Because Narad Muni has special pass, he can go anywhere, no restriction for him. So he regularly visits Radharani also. So Krishna told Radharani, one day Krishna told Radharani that I am observing that Narad Muni visiting you regularly. But you should be very careful. Narad is a very dangerous person. He is very expert in creating fighting among the people. So in India, in ISKCON, we respect Narad Muni as a great personality. He is like Acharya in Parampara, so many things, son of Brahma. But in India, Narad Muni means a personality who is expert in creating fighting. People, they know him like that also. So much so I have seen in our village, there are some people, no, they'll go listen something from here and go to other, they speak to others. And hear something from them, they speak to them. In this way, they try to get fighting. Because Narada Muni in Puranas, there's so many descriptions. Narada goes from demons, then hear something, then speak to demigods, and demigods speak to demons, then creates fighting among them. He's a very special character for that. So Krishna mentioned that. Krishna told Radharani that you should be very, very careful with this Narada, because sometimes he may create fighting between you and me. So you should not mix too much. Don't make too much friendship with Narada. Be careful of him. And Radharani said, no. He's a very nice person. He's my great devotee. Why are you worried? I love you so much. As nobody can come in between you and me. So no problem. And Krishna smiled. Said, okay, no problem. One day we'll see what will happen for this. So this was one pastime. So how this will happen, that has been described. And one day there was a arrangement for Jhulan Jatra on bank of Lalita Kunda. If you go to Nandagaon, there is a nice pond called Lalita Kunda. I'll tell you about this Kunda afterwards. So once they're preparing for the Jhulan Jatra on the bank of this Lalita Kunda, all arrangements were going on, all Sakhis, Gopis were there, Krishna was there. So it happened, Narad Muni was passing by. Then Narad Muni saw something's happening. Then he went, he said, what is happening here? The Gopis informed Narad Muni that we are preparing for Jhulan Jatra. So everything is ready. We are waiting for Radharani. Once Radharani comes, because unless Radharani comes, nothing can start. She is the main personality. They are all waiting. So Narad Muni said, oh, really? Then Narad Muni went to Krishna. He went to Krishna Narada Muni said, Krishna, do you remember once you had promised to give me a boon to fulfill my desire, whatever desire will fulfill your desire? Krishna said, yes, I remember it very well. Tell me what you want. I'll fulfill your desire. Then Narada Muni said, see, many times I have seen you are having swing festival with Radharani. Very nice, very spectacular. But today, I have a special desire. I want to see you having swing festival with Lalita next to you. Can I see that? Can you fulfill my desire? Krishna said, oh, that is very easy, simple one, no problem. The Radharani is not here yet. In the meantime, we can swing pastimes with Lalita. If you desire to see that, I'll fulfill your desire. Then Krishna approached Lalita. Please come. Please come and sit. What is time now?
10:40.
Time now. What is time?
It's 23 minutes.
7:40. 7.
Oh, 8.
So then Krishna said, okay. So Krishna said, no problem. They told Lalita, please come. Please come and sit next to me. You can have swing festival. Lalita said, no, I will not sit with you because all the gopis, Sakhis, they want, their enjoyment is to see the Radha Madhav having sweet pastimes. Or they want to enjoy with Krishna. They don't have that desire. And their sense gratification is when they see Radha Madhav together is enjoying. So Lalita was very reluctant. Krishna promised he has to fulfill the desire of Narada Muni. So Krishna said, no, please go by force. He pulled Lalita and put her on his side. And all the gopis are very happy. Today is a very special day. Now we'll have a swing pastime Krishna with Lalita. So they're very great ecstasy. They're all enjoying having swing pastimes, Lalita sitting next to Krishna. So in this way, when everybody they're enjoying this unique pastime today, the Krishna having swing pastimes Lalita, Narada Muni, after engaging all of them, they don't say leave it like that. After engaging them like this, then Krishna went. Krishna went to Barsana. Narada Muni. Narada Muni went to Barsana. And here, on the bank of Lalita Kunda, they are having nice swing festivals and waiting when Radharani will come. The real swing festival will start. In the meantime, they are having some time pass. So Narada Muni, he went Barsana and straight he went to the inner chamber, bedroom of Radharani. The Narada Muni has a special pass. No restriction, anywhere he can go. Then when he reached Radharani's room, Narada Muni saw Radharani standing in front of a mirror and she's decorating herself, putting ornaments and preparing. Narada Muni asked, oh Radharani, what are you doing? Radharani said, I am decorating. I have to go decorating myself, putting ornaments. I'm late. I have to go for a Jhulan festival. Narada Muni said, you are going for Jhulan festival? The Jhulan festival has already started. Radharani said, how? Not possible. I have not gone. How Jhulan festival can start? Then Narada Muni said, oh, you think like that? If you don't go, Jhulan festival cannot start. It's already started. Krishna is sitting next to Lalita, your best friend, and having Jhulan pastimes. Radharani could not believe. How can that happen? Never that has happened like that. That to me, how can this happened. And Narada Muni said, you don't believe me? Then you go and see what is happening there. Because Narada Muni wants to create misunderstanding, fighting, no, that is his business. Then Radharani went for far distance. She saw it's true. Lalita sitting next to Krishna and having swing festival. She became very angry, very upset, very disturbed. Then she went in forest, in certain groups of Kunja. She sat down and crying and crying and crying. And here all are waiting when Radharani will come. They will have swing pastimes Radharani, but delayed. What is going on? Why is so late? So you were talking, he said, what is happening? Why she has not come? Then Krishna asked, where is Narada Muni? Narada Muni wanted to see my swing festival with Lalita. Where is Narada Muni? And all this gopis searching Narada Muni is not there. Then Krishna realized there must be some garbage there. Something wrong here. He wanted to see this swing festival with Lalita, but he has left. Then Krishna apprehended some problems there. So Krishna told all the gopis, okay, you wait here. Let me go and search. Where is Radharani? Why she has not come? Then Krishna searching. And finally Krishna found Radharani sitting inside a grove and crying. And Krishna said, oh Radharani, what are you doing here? We are all waiting for you for swing festival. Radharani very angry. Putting her head down, sitting like this, not reacting, not looking at Krishna. And Krishna went more closer, touching Radharani. Oh Radharani, what happened to you? She got more angry. Don't speak to me. Don't touch me. She said, what happened? We're waiting for you for swing festival. Get out from here. Have your swing festival with Lalita. What for you need me? We are having swing festival with Lalita. So big, Radharani became very angry. Then Krishna asked, I am having swing festival with Lalita. How did you know that? Radharani said, yes, Narada Muni went and informed me. You are having swing festival with Lalita. And when I saw that, then Krishna understood everything. Narada, he put him on the swing with Lalita and went Radharani. Then Krishna told the sea. Krishna told Radharani, the sea, I told you before so many times, don't make too much friendship with Narada. Don't mix with Narada. He's very expert in getting fighting between you and me also. He can get fighting also. I had warned you, did not listen to me. Then Krishna explained the whole story to Radharani. How this is Narada is the only one who wanted me to sit with Lalita. That was his desire to see the swing festival. I wanted to give him a boon. I'm putting both of us on the swing. And he has gone and informed you like this. So when Radharani heard everything from Krishna, then she realized, understood, then she smiled. That Krishna told that I warned you, don't mix with Narada Muni. You'll get fighting. So now you see how expertly he has created misunderstanding between you and me also. So in this way, when Radharani heard all these things, she was pacified. She smiled. Then Krishna brought Radharani to the Jhulan Jatra swing festival place in the bank of Lalita Kunda. Then the swing festival continued from there. So this is one swing festival. 2 minutes? Okay, finish. So, okay. This one swing festival I described. It's already 8 o'clock now. 2 minutes left. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Briefly, I spoke something to you. I hope all of you have enjoyed swing festival of Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we can stop here, or any questions, anything? Umavati Prabhu.
Very much for giving us your time, Maharaj. I know you have another class immediately after this. So we'll continue this session tomorrow morning. Maharaj will be giving Bhagavatam class tomorrow morning, 7:45 Nairobi time and 10:15 Indian time. So we'll request everyone to kindly join tomorrow and take more of Maharaj's association. And we request Maharaj, when this corona finishes, please come here and give us your association. So I'll kindly request everyone to kindly unmute yourselves so we can appreciate Maharaj by chanting the holy name for him.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama.
Rama Hare
Hare.
Rama.
His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj ki
Raj
jai.
ki jai,
Prabhupada ki jai.
ki jai.
Prabhudas, Madhval. I am happy to see Prabhudas Prabhu after a long time.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandvat Pranam. How are you?
I am okay. I am doing Mayapur. I always ask about you.
Ram Rup Prabhu told me.
Ah,
Yeah. How are you doing, Maharaj? All right.
I am doing okay. I am doing okay. Nice to see you at least on Zoom.
I was very pleased to see you.
Here, Bhavana Mataji is there. Prakash Prabhu is there. Sri Gauranga
Dandvat
Prabhu is
Pranam,
there.
Mataji.